This is the Afro Perspective Podcast, the home of over-opinionated young voices.
Hey. I'm gonna say it again. Come on, different. Anyway, moving on.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Afro Perspective Podcast. My name is Tinashe and I am joined with my co-host Anton alongside Zoya. And we have a special guest or returning resident, Aishina.
Hey.
How long ago did you last come to the show?
It was about 8 months ago.
About 8 months ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You did cause
Season one.
You
did
caused
cause
some
problems.
ruckus. I did, and I couldn't watch it back.
You got ratings of that though.
Trust me, like, you had a lot of the female listeners saying, "Yeah, she's right. You know, she's got a point. You know." So yeah, it's good to have you back on the show. And we also have an anonymous guest.
Big up Stacey.
Stacey,
big up yourself.
Yeah. So we've got a full house today, and we are.
You want to talk about March Madness for real?
No way.
Yeah, today's show is called March Madness.
This month is March Madness.
March has been giving. It's almost like March realized that February and January are a bit dry. You know, so
March has been.
what we're talking about today.
Right. So the topics are. You want to go? Read off the topics from now.
Yeah.
So we've got
Mr. Jaxn.
Mr. Jaxn, and his moves in the media right now, and his fidelity issues.
Mm-hmm.
We have child support and your passport being revoked. Yeah.
Child support and travelling.
Child. I like that. Child support and travelling.
Can it be done? Should it be done? Will it be done?
Yeah, right there. What's the third one?
And right.
Okay, so there was a statement that was made about men trapping, baby trapping.
Oh, baby trapping women.
So
oh yeah, we'll get into
the
that.
idea of men impregnating women, sort of coercing them into getting pregnant so that they can take control. So it's almost like he's a nice guy until you have his baby. It sort of uses the fact that you've got a child now. It's like,
the real me.
Now you're my baby mom. You've got to go by these rules.
We'll get into that a little bit later. Okay, let's start with Derrick.
Can you guys pull the receipts from the
Derrick
group? Yeah, all of their receipts.
Which is a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll let you guys lead with the first topic. We're talking about
go on.
The most famous black man on planet Earth right now in the land of social media.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say how I was introduced to the whole Derrick scenario, and then I'm gonna ask for timelines because our special guest
knows the timelines.
No pressure. How are yourself?
Can we guess how you was introduced to Derrick?
Nah, it wasn't like that. Yeah, obviously I'm on social media quite a lot,
Okay.
and I just happened to come across one of these videos that one of the females on my friends list has shared and saying, "Yeah, look at this. This is how you mentioned."
Are you talking about back in the day?
Back
the
in
first
the
time?
day.
Okay, I thought you meant recent.
And so I've clicked the video now, and I've watched this guy give his opinion or what he feels should be happening in a relationship and what a man should be doing and what, women knowing their worth and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, I get it. And then I watched a few more videos and I kind of got like a vibe of arrogance a little bit. And to the point where I kind of felt like he wasn't genuine in what he was saying. I kind of felt like he was almost pandering to his audience rather than telling the hard truth, which annoyed me a little bit. Not gonna lie, as a male, you've seen these things. You've seen this guy literally slating men, throwing them under the bus, and you're like, bruh, really? And then I got some great news this week. So I'm gonna hand it over to our guests.
Now, before we do that, can you give us a clip?
Of the recent events.
Let's start with
can I just ask,
the
how did you feel about Derrick when you first,
when I was first introduced to him? When I first saw Derrick, I thought
Don't lie.
No, I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw Derrick, to be honest, I wasn't listening to Derrick. I was watching Derrick. So I wasn't even bothered about what he was saying. I saw him flip up on my screen. This must have been maybe 8-9 years ago because he's been out for a long time. Derrick isn't new.
9 years.
Derrick is a new guy. So I probably saw him right at the beginning when he just came out. Before his creatine kicked in, before the muscle.
Before the muscles.
Yeah, he weren't always that big. And I just thought, he's speaking some truths on his side of things, telling women, looking for red flags in your man, blah, blah, blah. And that's it, kept scrolling. I never really followed Derrick too tough.
At what point did you have any sort of...
I got bored. I never had doubts of him. I just got bored of hearing him. He was repetitive. So I just thought, Nick, shut up.
You just knew when you watched the video.
I'll say, once you've seen one video, you've seen them all when it came to Derrick. But I never I never paid too tough of attention to him.
When I saw him, I thought, he was quite attractive. Mm-hmm. I'm not blind. You get me?
Exactly.
He was and he was saying the things that we want to hear, putting man in their place. And and I kind of got suckered into it a little bit. I watched quite a few videos and then I started to go through his profile and started to stalk, right?
No, I never took it that far.
No, well, I know. I saw some pictures of him with his gym body and stuff, and then I thought, nah. Because he's saying all these things. I was thinking, he must have a woman. He looks like that. He must have a woman. But then you've got all these pictures of your gym body and like you're trying to lure a woman in, and I can't take I don't like men that are like that. So
too much.
Did you think it was a bit vain?
It put me off. Yeah, it put me off. Then the video started to get repetitive, like you said, and I got bored. And then it was next. I said, there's other people popping up trying to do the same thing. I thought, good business idea still. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He started a trend. He did kind of start a trend.
Okay.
What was your thoughts when you first saw Derrick?
I think I discovered him about 2 years ago. Okay. I didn't follow him that. I mean, his videos pop up, but I did agree with things he was saying. I have watched a few of his YouTube videos when needed.
When needed? You actually went to use him.
Okay, that's
I did utilise Derrick.
Bro, she just said...
Carry on. I wasn't that hardcore Derrick fan, but I still agree with what he says. Yeah. Sorry, I still agree with what he says.
So were you one of the upset females then, or when this all came to light? Because obviously you went to him for advice.
No, before it came to light.
We are rush.
At what point did you ever doubt him, or did you ever think?
No, because I don't think I didn't.
Sold it well.
I didn't follow him enough. Do you know what I mean? He didn't pop up enough. I still believe
in the thing.
You've got people throwing the books away, but I'm thinking. I'm thinking, why are you throwing... No, but what he actually... I do agree with the things he says, and I'm thinking, why are you throwing the books away? You bought the books. You may need to use the books in future.
Right.
Well done.
I didn't buy the book. People have written him off. I still agree with the message.
Some of the messages.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
I want your opinion, but I want you to talk. What did you say?
I said I didn't buy the book, but I bought the playing cards.
So you still real?
No, I bought the playing cards and I want my money back. I want a refund.
Right. Hold on. So Tinashe, what did you think when you seen? Because I know as a guy, you can't
when did you first see Derrick?
And how did you feel about?
I first saw him on my timeline.
Yeah,
the guy sort of watched his videos, and I thought, okay, he's talking sense, but
you know when you know.
Yeah, as a guy, you just know, like, no guy does this without an ulterior motive. He's literally that guy that slides into your inbox and tells you, you man ain't shit. Yeah, your man's, he's the kind of guy that would shit on another guy to get your attention. Do you know what I mean? And from that, I was like, okay.
He's exactly that guy.
He's
exactly that guy. He's exactly that guy that will run in and say to you, you deserve better. I don't know why he does that to you. If it was me, I'd treat you much better. And then draw you in.
Yeah. So
yep.
I wasn't, from that, I kind of switched off. Like, okay, dude, we know what you're doing. Like, every guy knew what he was doing, right?
I feel like
I was literally, for me, it was literally kind of, it's just, we were all waiting for this. Any guy who says his demise is going to come.
We don't know when.
It was kind of obvious that this guy's fake.
Yeah. My man absolutely hated
Any guy with sense knows, like, why are you...
Do you know why?
First of all...
Because we know the guy.
Right. First of all...
Yeah.
He's talking game. He literally... I mean, kudos to this guy. He delivered the highest level of game that I've ever seen.
He
was convincing.
And he made millions off his game, right? He figured, I can talk a load of rubbish. Like, it's so fluent in bullshit. You get sucked in easily. He just, the way that he constructs his sentences and everything, it sounds like he's talking sense. Yeah. But one, he's telling you shit that you really know.
You already know this. He's just confirming
it's the fact that he capitalized on the fact that vulnerable women that are in, going through breakups, in relationships, whatever, they just want somebody that's going to tell them what they want to hear. Now, who is best to hear that? From a man. Yeah. Because then it can be a comparative to your relationship. It validates. So he figured this. He figured this out.
Yeah, I commend him for forgetting. Okay, so 2 years ago, somebody approached Unwind with Tasha K.
2 years ago?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so this has been lingering for so long.
They knew it was coming, yeah.
They reached out to her and told her that they'd been having a sexual relationship with him. That resulted in a pregnancy, and he apparently forced her to abort the child. And Derrick came back and put out a video basically rubbishing what Tasha K said. And then I don't know when did the next lady come out? I don't know. Anyway, it's since come out in... Yeah, so it's since come out. So he lied after that one, saying that when she released that video 2 years ago, he did a response to that one saying,
"Oh yeah,
no, I didn't." Yes, and then apparently he deleted that video. He's deleted that now. He deleted because he claimed that was a lie, and it wasn't. And then it's since come out that in 2019, he started a 6-month relationship, which ended in May 2020. And then in July 2020, he had another brief fling, whatever you want to call it.
And when did he get married again? Was it 2020?
2018.
What?
His wife. So that we know about.
These are just the ones we know about.
Yeah. Wow. And he was riding bareback too.
Yeah.
He was just protecting himself. Yeah. 6 months. Where does God come into this?
Okay. There's so much to get through with Derrick that I can't even.
Okay, so are we going to talk about the how they've managed to try and PR the situation?
Yeah, let's start there.
All right, but we need something.
And I am not in that place anymore because by his stripes, I am healed. And I released those things to him. He says, cast all your cares, your worries, and anxieties onto him. Okay. And that's what I did. Every aspect, every single detail, every crevice of the person, every video that I seen, every picture, all of it, I gave to God. And if I had not done that, then I would probably still be in the same place. And also, the biggest thing was forgiveness, right? There was a time where I was just holding on to anger, like, listen, if I see her on the street, who's going to stop me type of thing. But I was like, you know what? I learned in my journey, I have to forgive. And forgiveness is not for the person. is for me to be set free, to be...
Okay.
If she's who on the street, the other girls?
One of them.
So
one of the many. Just right. He did a live before he went on Facebook and he did a pre-live.
It was an Instagram.
So
he did a live on Instagram.
So they're not holding hands here. So he did one.
The Instagram live was a shit show, and then straight after Instagram, he realized, shit, I need to do damage control on top of damage control.
So what was the Instagram one?
I am joined by my lovely
Yeah, this was the 7 minute.
I didn't know.
And we just wanted to address a couple of things.
I just thought it was the same.
That some of you may have already heard, maybe not. That this chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed. I would say it just started around August, maybe September of last year. But, a lot has been said already about what was the cause and all that other stuff. Some of it is true. Some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jaxn was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear, I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing. And some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with. But without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having a sexual history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out. Definitely not in alignment with the vows that I took, and definitely not in alignment with the biblical standard of what it means to be faithful, which is the standard that I'm going by now. Now, I'm saying this publicly, not because I'm married to you guys. First and foremost, I'm accountable to God. Then I have to be accountable to my wife, in which we've already had this conversation. I've already told her literally everything. I've given her basically a roll call list. If I've said hello to a woman in the last 12 years of me knowing her, she knows about it. But now that it's been made so public, it's important that I first off let you guys know I do not stand by those actions. I don't want to encourage anybody to do that. And then secondly, I know that I cannot build a platform preaching certain things, preaching against certain things, and then in my real life live contrary to that.
Okay.
No.
Are we going to stay and listen to Derrick for another 5 more minutes? Really?
I like
His voice alone is killing me.
All right, let's stop there. We'll take a break.
Let's take a break. We'll go back. I'll play again.
So first things first. Right. Remember when
you go.
Kevin Hart got busted in the video, and he
did the apology.
Did he involve his wife?
No.
Hell no.
Did he have her almost held at hostage?
No, he did not.
Was it squeezing her hand so tightly?
No one has ever done that.
Yeah.
Squeezing her hand so tightly that she tried to get
So that's what's unique about this scandal. It's the first scandal where a man has cheated on his wife and literally
to damage control.
But it didn't work in this instance because you looked at her and she looked like a helpless little lamb to begin with. She's got the bonnet on her head. I'm not saying you can't have a bonnet on your head or whatever, but bruh,
I think his intention was to... It was almost to save his career more than to save his marriage.
Exactly.
100%.
It was. It seemed.
When that camera rolled off,
I agree.
She walked in the other direction. They're not good. And the other thing I got from it was a lot more arrogance all over again.
Yeah, it's a very arrogant guy.
The way how he interviews her, I've just destroyed you, and I want to interview you about the way that I destroyed you and how you feel about it.
Yeah, it was disgraceful.
He's narcissistic. I didn't actually realize how much Derrick waffled until now.
He's always done.
So no, this is
we know.
Okay, you guys. Okay, you lot are men. You've seen the waffling, and it was only until I went back and look at his previous videos that I'm like, he actually says a bunch of nothing, and I've never realized that he said a bunch of nothing until now.
You were blinded by the eye candy.
I was blinded by the eye candy. I'm not even ashamed to say that.
Let me ask you. Let me ask the ladies on the.
Go on.
If, let's say, a guy that you're interested in was to come to you and unload on his relationship issues or whatever, his girl's treating him like shit, blah, blah, blah.
That's a red flag.
And you fancied the guy.
It's a red flag.
No.
Hold on.
And you fancied the guy. If you had any ulterior motives of getting to him, you'd know what to say to him. It's like, oh, why is she treating you like that?
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
your girl should do this, that, because you know what to say as a woman to lure a guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this guy's been literally using that. He's been doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But more so, I watched a video that he did, the reaction to the Red Table Talk with Jada and Will.
Gosh.
And he was very pressed on the point about Jada taking advantage of August when August was in a vulnerable place.
Mm-hmm.
He described that as predatory behavior. Mm-hmm. Whereas this guy is the same guy. What's her name? Linnea?
No, she DM'd him about her relationship.
Yes.
She just split up with her boyfriend and
Mine went like this.
basically used that as...
he put eyes, didn't he?
I'm still a bit...
Yeah.
Tell me what?
I still question that, girl. So I think to myself, you breaking up with your boyfriend.
You're going to talk to the next man about it.
Guy, right?
She knew what she was doing.
Now, and she, if you're having issues, are you going to DM this relationship guru
Well, that's his
and
job,
go
right?
meet
No,
up
but-
with him and have lunch and all this, and then next thing you end up in his bedroom and he's whipping out his big long something?
No, listen, right? if I
How
went,
did you get here?
if I was going to a man,
In the first place.
she was going through something. And these
I
men,
was trying to make something go
these
through
men.
her.
She said she didn't even expect to hear back
That's
from
what
him.
I'm saying.
Which I wouldn't.
I wouldn't expect to hear back from him.
to hear anything back
So
from
I would
him.
be like,
I don't get she didn't expect she was shooting her shot.
you think she was shooting?
We need to have an honest conversation.
No, look at this, right? He's got
Don't believe
millions,
I wanna know what
she
got
said.
millions of followers,
I don't-
and
No, go on.
he's going to get thousands of
Women shooting a shot.
Yeah. So why did he pick her? Like,
That's irrelevant. That's
It's
a
not
separate
just
thing.
her that's being picked. He's in the business of picking these girls.
He's a
Quite
cherry
few,
picker.
yeah.
No, I hear what you're
But
saying from her standpoint. She's
yeah,
thinking
she
he's
wouldn't
never going to pay
expect him.
attention.
Exactly.
Okay, but that doesn't change the fact that she was shooting her shot.
She wasn't shooting a shot.
Actually, she's
She was shooting a shot.
She's the conspirator.
maybe she wanted some.
How was she literally?
I believe you. I believe you. I think
She wasn't shooting it.
One at a time, go on.
I don't think she was shooting a
What do
shot.
you think she was doing?
I think
Genuinely, like
Skin.
seeking advice and
How
help.
she ended up
So
at his
if you're
house.
seeking advice, how do you end up meeting up?
that's
for
when she
lunch?
shot her shot
Because
after.
then he kind of shot his shot.
All right, Stacey. Yeah, next card. Bye.
I mean, it would have been quite easy for him to take advantage of her because no one is nice looking.
He did
say
take
all the
advantage.
right things. Yeah, but it would have been easy as well. You get me?
So
Now we'll talk about it.
No, oh my
drinks.
God.
Accountability.
We've got an issue here. We've got an issue about accountability.
What
I
accountability?
see nobody taking accountability of the fact that she was instrumental in that.
I'm not saying she wasn't.
Right.
Did she contact him yesterday?
He will get so many DMs from
It's
women
irrelevant.
every day.
That's
So are
separate.
you telling me every woman shooting the
No, but what I'm saying that's irrelevant
So
to
how
what
did
she
she
had in her
end
head.
up going for lunch with
So
this
you're
guy?
saying
Ask him.
because now hold on, let me break this down. So you're saying because he gets so many DMs, I have absolutely no doubt.
Right,
Her run up in his inbox
right.
doesn't necessarily mean that this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because she's running on
But-
a professional.
because okay, cool.
It's a professional transaction.
Not only that, she's also assuming that the chance of that happening would be slim, so therefore
Yes.
she'll put it out of her head. However, she was willing to run with that scenario
That's
when
what-
in case itself. So
I was saying that she shot her shot after. So her first intention was, let me send. I'm going through
Yeah.
Yeah,
something.
the
Derek's the
complicated,
Derek's the kind of guy that'll be like, he'll tell me because he's a
So you
Exactly.
think-
relationship guru, right? No, she would have liked him.
Okay.
She would have been attracted to the guy.
But she didn't. She did not.
Intention.
She didn't originally DM
I
him
don't
with
think
that
she
in
originally-
mind.
I don't believe she did.
She didn't. What? So she thought.
Men are from Mars.
What? So she thought I'll end up in bed with him.
Yeah, she never had
This when
that
the girl,
intention.
this when the girl tells you, oh no, but I never. Hold on, this when the girl says, I never even used to see him like that. I don't even know what happened. Blood clot.
Right.
Take man for idiot. We know what I'm going.
Right.
Why is mind blown on this?
So are you
It don't make
saying?
sense.
Are you
No,
saying?
I am trying to process the fact that you
Hold on.
guys.
One at a time.
Let's flip it.
Okay,
So
carry
it doesn't have to be a guru. So I jump in.
If you're not a guru, then we don't want to hear from you.
What do you
We
mean?
wouldn't even jump inside
Okay.
the inbox.
No, Anton, hold up. Let's simplify this. A guy jumps into a girl's DMs, right? And it ends up in him sleeping with the girl, but he's got a girlfriend. But when he originally jumped into the DMs, he was asking about something completely unrelated.
Right.
right? Would you believe him if he told you, oh yeah, and then it was just innocent and then it ended up just there? Or would you assume there was an intention initially?
It depends. It depends on...
Get the hell out of here.
Right. Are you saying to me that you believe she had intent, like...
She wanted the D from day dot.
So when she messaged him...
This woman said she went there for advice.
So you really think... Okay. First of all, you're going through a breakup.
Mm-hmm.
You've just lost
your brother
a few months ago, right? You mean to tell me that your first place of reference is going to be a stranger online, and you're going to end up meeting this guy and trusting this guy to give you advice on this? Have you not got any sisters, brothers? Have you not got any friends? Mm-hmm. Nobody that can give you that kind of counsel. You have to go to the extreme to find this celebrity guy to make time for you. And you're not paying.
Should have been gassed.
That's not extreme to me.
But even so,
I did.
Okay, so you've got this relationship guru. You go into this relationship guru, quote unquote, to unload on this guy. And so, how did you end up meeting up for lunch? How did you end up being invited to his penthouse?
Have I already said
he shot his shot?
And then you said, hey.
And she took it.
And she's, yeah.
You guys are literally putting it on him like...
Can I ask, would you have gone for the lunch?
No.
Why?
Because I've come to you to ask you advice on me and my relationship, and you're there putting eye emoji, and then he didn't act in a professional way.
What do you mean?
No, what I'm saying.
So if she had gone just for advice, then that means she would have cut it off there to say, you know what, yeah. Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, thanks, but no thanks. The girl went for advice.
As a girl, you know
she would have got advice from the guy if he didn't slide back with his fuckery saying, I can't believe that. Why don't you meet me for lunch? And she's probably thinking, little old me. No, you want me to come to lunch with you? All right then, but I fancy you. But okay, I'll do it.
This grown-ass woman was groomed.
Without the eye emoji.
I don't believe, no.
No, but you're making it out like she was groomed.
Not at all, I just don't agree.
I'm coming to you for advice over the internet. Why do we need to meet?
Food? Yeah, what are you meeting for? They don't live in the same place.
It would have never got that far.
What, for advice? You want to go try
exactly.
What's wrong with a phone call?
But why not? Why not meet for lunch?
No.
Are you meeting for lunch to go talk about
your relationship? My phone
problems? Even much less if your boyfriend finds out that you met with this big 6 foot something.
Obviously, at that point, after he'd sent her those eye emojis, she knew he was interested. Yeah. So when she went for lunch,
interested too.
Damn right, she knew.
Yeah. What time it was.
She knew.
However, when she originally messaged him, I do not believe they were her intentions.
Because you can't be going to lunch with everybody. And I mean, what kind of lunch anyway? Who's eating?
Who's eating?
Play some more to clip.
Okay.
For any amount of time or any length of time to any extent and think that I can't be held accountable. You know, the same way that I preach it, men and women in this situation need to face consequences of their actions, deserve to be held accountable. Guess what? Derrick Jaxn's no exemption. He's not exempt from that.
Stop.
It's as soon as he says his name, you get pissed off. Derrick Jaxn.
Derrick Jaxn should be held accountable. Bro, who are you?
Are you trapped in your own body? I
want to beat him up. You don't understand?
Yeah.
No, but by speaking about yourself in the third person, you have to realize you're almost removing yourself from the scenario. Do you know how bad that really is?
Yeah, that's like...
He's not well. He's not a well man.
No, he's well. He's just a narcissist.
Yeah.
Which isn't well.
And he speaks about them a lot.
What, in the third person?
No.
Oh, yeah. That's what it is.
I think
that's what he's a punch.
I think he's such a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
He projects his own shortcomings onto other men. Mm-hmm. So if you watch his videos, like looking back, it's almost like listening to R. Kelly.
Yeah, it's like listening back to his record.
Listen back to R. Kelly now.
Yeah.
The man was telling you about himself.
About what he was doing, but he was almost using his own personal experiences as references to his content.
So,
and he's almost monetized.
Yeah, it's genius.
He's monetized the trauma that he's put his wife through.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then comes
He had a fiction book called The Cheating Man or something of
the mind of a cheating man.
Yeah, some fiction.
I don't know about
novel.
that, Derrick. I don't know about that.
Yeah, but then again, like, did women not at any point think, how does this guy know so much?
Yeah,
I did not. Like, I'm actually I'm shocked that you got, well, in a lot of men, and my boyfriend's like listened to him and he's been like,
was he putting the face?
He's heard me listening to him before, and he was pissed off. Like, talking shit. Like, he's talking
Do you know
shit.
why?
And I'm shocked that you, you men, aren't you? But I genuinely lapped that. Not that I, but I lapped it up.
Do you know why? There are two reasons why. One, the reason why man are pissed off is because every man probably in one shape or form during some period of your career of dating women have probably pandered to that woman, telling her bullshit. Yeah? Yeah, or telling her it might not be bullshit, it might be the truth, but it's what she wants to hear. So if she's come out of a cheating relationship, oh babes, I really appreciate loyalty. I really, just going along that narrative, so you're still gonna get the draws at the end of the day. Point two, hold on. Point two is we know this. If you go to the barbershop, this man's in the barbershop, Yeah. This man's in the barbershop, and we all know what he's been getting
Everybody
up to.
knows a Derrick.
Yeah, everybody knows a Derrick.
Right. Are you saying everything he said just bullshit?
I'm saying it can be true.
It's true.
But if I know, it's like the example he gave. So if I know that
he manipulated the truth to build a character,
if I know
to build a character that was almost sort of quote unquote infallible.
If I know your man's been beating you up, and then I come along the picture and I give you a shoulder to cry on, and I then tell you, I can't.
Which girls tend to do that. By the way.
I can't believe he put his hands on you. I would never do anything like that. What kind of guy does something like that?
Probably put his hands on his own women.
That disgusts me. How could you call him a man? He's a boy. He's not a man. And by doing that, nothing what I said was incorrect. But by doing that, I'm pandering to you.
Yeah.
So it's almost taking
even though
of your
I might
vulnerability because you're in a vulnerable place. You're in a vulnerable place. You just want something that's better.
Stacey's looking like, where? I've not known this.
So it's so oblivious in this. It's like women do the same thing.
Yeah, women do the same thing.
Women do the same thing. Oh, your man don't treat you right. Yeah, whatever. Do you know? Your woman don't treat you right. Blah blah blah. And if if you ever notice, right?
I cook your meal every day.
Look at your finger.
Perfect example.
Yeah, right.
Ashina.
That's true, you know.
Someone has now realizes, okay, these women that are, in a bad place or whatever, they just want somebody to tell them what they want to hear. Now, your friends can tell you what you want to hear, but hearing that from a man, this big looking man that looks like he should have all these women and is telling you.
I remember some of the stuff Derrick said. Derrick told the women, and it depends on what kind of situation you're in. It depends if you live in the westernized world. Depends how much money you're making. I remember now these videos are coming back to my head. Derrick said, is as a woman, you shouldn't be paying for anything, ever. Which is fine if that's how you came into the situation. But it's not fine if you want to come in as an independent woman with your own career, and this, that, and the third, and you want to pull your own strings. So this guy would have been spitting this rhetoric, and then a woman sat there watching this like, well, I'm not paying bills, Anton. Like, Derrick said I should be paying any bills.
If you want to pull your own strings.
He almost also...
Are you all right there?
Yeah. It's like he was playing on everything that he knows women have a weak spot for.
Every insecurity,
he was sort of kind of just...
Derrick drew,
putting little plasters over
where one may or may not fall down.
Yeah. And he's also playing into women that have that Miss Independent complex.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
He was feeding into their narrative.
But men do that all the time.
We're not talking about men. We're talking about Derrick.
He made some money out of it. Yeah, he made it into a business.
Yeah, it's just like as a DJ. If I go there and say, big up all the independent ladies, every girl is screaming.
You know how much I hate that?
Even
the ones that ain't independent.
So would you say to burn the book? Like, are the books? Yeah, but I want to know, is it bollocks? Like,
say that again.
The book. Are the books a load of shit?
I've not read the books.
I've not read the books, but he's probably saying what he says on the video.
He'll be spouting the same stuff in the book.
It's not the point.
But what
you guys weren't infatuated with the book. You guys were infatuated with the character that he created,
and that's what made you buy the book.
That's what made you buy the book. It wasn't. He created a character.
Right. So I'm saying don't burn. Was I stupid to believe what he was saying?
No, you weren't stupid. He told you what. Well,
no, but right. My point is,
he wasn't stupid.
Right, there's that meme saying if you've listened to Derrick's advice and you've left your man, you may be entitled to compensation.
Yeah, I love that meme. That's my favourite meme out of all of them. That's my favourite meme.
Literally, are they entitled to compensation? Shouldn't they have left the man? What I'm trying to say is...
If he made you pay the gas bill because he was struggling that month, and you said, no, Derrick wouldn't have this, and he left.
Shit got turned off.
Yeah.
That's what you...
Do you know how many relationships that man's mashed up?
Enough, probably.
Would you send a woman to...
What's your question?
Go on.
Would you direct a woman to Derrick?
Never.
But why?
Never. I'll tell you what.
Why?
Don't say Kevin.
Kevin Samuels.
Don't say Kevin.
Okay. That is the real love guru.
I don't even know that.
You know Kevin Samuels, the image.
Mr. Suited and
women
booted.
on social media.
If you went to...
He tells you the things you don't want to hear, but you should be hearing.
That you don't want to hear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's been a direct comparison between what's his name? Kevin.
Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, and Derrick.
Derrick.
Derrick tells you what you want to hear.
Right.
And Kevin tells you what you don't want to hear.
But you should.
Guess what? The reason it is an image consultant. He tells you the reason why you're not married. The reason why you're not married is because look at you.
No, he is.
You think that's correct?
No, but he's giving you.
No, but Aishina.
The way he that is messed up.
Do you as women?
I'm sorry, no matter.
Aishina, do you as women ever actually think about? Remember, we're
men are visual. Men are visual creatures.
Yeah,
men are visual creatures.
And women know this,
right? And you know this as a woman.
Ugliest people in the world with man.
With what kind of man?
It doesn't matter. That's the
it does matter.
I've seen them.
No, that's not what he argues about, though. That's not what he argues about.
What he's saying is, if you want a high value man,
even if it's not
you have to be up to certain standards.
Yeah. So can I ask then, if you're saying that, did Derrick's wife sue?
Derrick?
Are you saying is Derrick high value?
Saying he's not high value.
Derrick was crud from day one.
Yeah, but he turned himself into high value.
Wife.
All right. Okay.
Why did Derrick question?
I like that.
Why did Derrick? Why do you think Derrick stayed with his wife?
Derrick's wife's probably
because I don't believe.
Okay. I did a little snoop on her Instagram.
I went deep into that Instagram.
Deep. Like, how was that? This is like, okay. And what I gathered from her Instagram is, if you go back probably about 6-7 years ago, she was leaning on the bigger side. Yeah, she was bigger.
Yeah, she lost weight.
And you can kind of see the transformation where she starts going to the gym and then she found a body. It's so hard to word myself correctly.
Just say it, fam.
Yeah, so
she's tightened up.
So you can see where she's tightened up her image and, what I was trying to discern, or what I was trying to kind of work out from that is I could just see Derrick, he's getting
tonker and
his career is progressing.
He's getting
and then
more followers.
He's got this wife who people would expect.
She wasn't always like that though.
All right.
Have you seen the?
I'll be blunt. If I was to score, I'd say she's a 6.
Okay, that's high.
I won't give her it. She won't get anyway.
Yeah, I'm probably, and it's a generous 6.
Yeah.
Right.
Carry on.
Okay.
They weren't a match.
And what people got to realise is they weren't a match in the sense of, when you look at men like Derrick Jaxn, considering how his career was going on and everything, men like that have options.
So why did Derrick stay with...
No, carry on. What were you saying?
Why? They've been together since, what, is it 13 years?
Yeah, so you trust her. That's
They've been together since...
In the beginning. They were on par in the beginning.
They were on par in the beginning.
No, I don't believe that.
Look back at the picture where
in the college pictures, they were on par.
I don't believe that.
He was not a looker. Well, not for me. Remember,
it's all right. I still don't think they were a match. I never thought they were a match.
What do you mean? He must have been up there to begin with.
Okay, he was a college.
The girls are saying he's a decent looking guy.
He was a football player.
So he must have had a decent shape then.
Yeah,
he put on somebody, but his face is the same, right?
No.
Yeah, I think his face is the same. Like
his
we change. Okay.
So, we got pictures.
You have to go deep in. No, you have to go deep into his Insta.
I'll find it.
So you can kind of see how he's kind of advanced. Well, what's the word?
That means it makes sense for him to stay with her then.
Glowed up.
Because he's been with her the whole time.
Yeah, he's had this glow up.
Yes,
he's almost kind of. You can see how it influenced her glow up.
Why did he stay with her?
Why? Because he trusts her, I'm guessing.
I don't.
Think about it.
You get years in.
If he's with her from the beginning, and he probably does love her deep down. Yeah.
Can't find that right.
Look at her pulling her
He
face.
don't love her. He doesn't love her.
He did.
As much as a narcissist can love somebody, right? He definitely trusts her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why would he go and find somebody now who could potentially just rinse him for his money,
Take him for everything
he's got,
and barely knows the girl from Adam.
And there's the fact that obviously
He's got children as well now.
She was good on paper. That's what it was.
No, it's not the fact that she was good on paper.
Well, she'd make a good wife. She'd make a good mother. And not control her, but do you know what I mean? She's never going to go out and.
she don't look like she goes out.
And she's a Christian woman.
No, she's just dry.
I think we've got
dry as.
Oh, I don't like this.
I'm glad it's not saying this.
I don't believe they were sexually compatible.
Oh gosh, we're going that. What did you say?
They weren't. I don't believe they were sexually. Have you been on her Instagram and read what she wrote on one of those posts?
She looked like she was talking about. She's thought about killing people and all this.
Yeah. Some of them are shocking. Like she seems unhinged. And one post, she's. On one post, she's wrote about finding messages on his phone, going through his phone, multiple women, sex videos. She's even talking about
caught out.
She religiously, obsessively watched these videos of him sleeping with these women.
She's broken.
She might be broken.
She's broken.
Looking at their secretions, comparing her own bodily fluids to theirs, saying
This is
that's
on her
why.
Instagram.
This is on the Instagram. I've got it on my phone. I've screenshot it.
Jesus Christ.
Comparing the way they move in bed, comparing the bodies.
Yeah, they probably weren't sexually compatible.
It's like
if she's that obsessed.
Yeah.
No.
That's
bullshit.
one doesn't mean the other. Yeah, one doesn't mean
that's
one
bullshit.
does not make
No. That's bullshit.
What's bullshit?
They weren't sexually compatible.
You can't prove that from
that. Is nonsense, and the reason why
it's nonsense, but you can't.
We're talking about a relationship expert here.
I don't.
This nigga's counselling people on their sex life.
He's counselling people and then giving them a sex life. What do you mean?
No, but
yeah, exactly.
She does mention something about.
Here's how you do it.
I don't think she's been raped or something, and I don't think the sex life was.
Say that again, sorry.
She's been raped.
She has.
Yeah, she has mentioned. Yeah, okay. She did mention.
And I don't think the sex life was popping like that. I don't think she.
So you think she's.
Sounds like she wasn't very confident in bed or whatever.
She doesn't confident in general.
But you wouldn't be if you're finding these videos of other women.
Years, and you got how much picnic?
2.
So some fucking were going on, right?
Oh Lord.
Yes. Yeah.
From 2018, yeah.
Not from since they've known each other.
Yeah, you can't hide from
it. Yeah. Since the marriage,
Yeah, but she's saying they might not be that compatible, but you can't. I don't think you can tell that even if she is dealing with issues.
13 years and not become.
And not only that,
it can happen.
I don't believe he's.
Listen,
I do not believe he's attracted to her like that.
Or maybe she could just be selfish.
Maybe we should just interview her.
Maybe she could be selfish.
Well, why don't Derrick take his own advice?
Have you seen these other two women?
Wait. That's a whole different. Why don't Derrick take his advice and leave it? Why?
His own advice.
Because why? Because she won't. Because she's selfish.
Because she's selfish.
Nah, let's. This is a great. Let's have this discussion.
Because who's selfish? Sorry.
Selfish in what way?
So hold on. So this is the scenario. He's not getting what he needs sexually from his woman.
Yeah.
Should he leave? Bearing in mind,
and you call that selfish, yeah.
What is selfish?
Withholding sex is selfish. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, withholding. Yeah.
As a woman,
selfish.
If you try,
you get me all confused.
Okay, I didn't factor the ring.
That goes.
We need to split. What is a scenario? It's a scenario.
This is a generic. This is a hypothetical scenario.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a relationship.
You know how I feel about that already.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you go to bed,
Can you give the scenario, please, tonight?
as a woman, you go to bed and you try to get somebody and it tells you it's too tired or you can't be bothered.
for 3 months.
In a row.
Come on now, you know
3
me
months.
already.
I already know what I'm going.
Okay.
So
what's the question?
So obviously,
are you saying is that selfish?
No, but there is a fundamental issue that people don't really want to address. So imagine women can say, well, why don't they leave? Because 9 times out of 10, when a relationship breaks down, 9 times out of 10, if you're in his situation, you've got 2 kids. The woman is coming, the children are going with the woman. Yeah. And then you have to fight your custody battle. Mm-hmm. And, there's no longer this family unit.
Them kids sounded young.
What are you saying?
They sounded young, like there was like friends.
Still children.
Young children.
They're young.
I mean, there was like years
there's also
the children that occurred, right?
So there's the fact that they are childhood sweethearts.
Yeah,
basically they met in college or uni, whatever.
So do you think he should leave just because?
I think he should leave the girl alone because he's making her life a hell. He's Satan and she's running to God. You get me? But you're laying with Satan. You know what I mean? It's you know what I mean? Like,
they did say God made him cheat. Well, from when
we do know that Derrick chats shit 95% of the times, and the 5% he makes sense is because. Now you can see it relates to him, so that's where the sense comes. But Derrick chat shit.
If you love the girl, leave her alone and let her be. You get me? Because he's obviously not good for nobody. He needs to be by himself.
Derrick needs to be castrated.
He needs to be doing this because he loves himself anyway.
He does love himself. I don't. He's a very proud of someone who loves himself. Okay, can we talk about the fact that this guy actually did?
We're talking about the other video.
Yeah, he
deleted.
He did a reaction to the reaction video.
I think I want to see a reaction to this video, so let's do it. And by the way, I'm gonna speak in third person.
Don't do it.
A lot of you already seen this, but this is Derrick Jaxn. A lot of people think of him as a relationship expert and guru and all of that. Well, he and his wife are making this video because apparently at some point in their marriage, or maybe even beforehand in the relationship, he didn't take his own advice and he stepped out and he got involved with other women, as you heard them say. Now, upon first impression, nothing really stuck out to me about him, but more so about the wife. Like, I heard her say that she stands with her husband, she's proud to love him. I heard her say that, this is some time ago, they've already processed this, overcame this, dealt with this a long time ago, and nothing's really new to her. But just by her body language, I was really wondering, like, did he force her to do this video? Like, she looks super uncomfortable, like she doesn't want to be there. But then I watched their live chat that they did right afterwards, and, I kind of caught that this is just a part of her personality, so that kind of explains somewhat of her demeanor. She clearly has a mind of her own, if you saw the live chat too, and she said that the live chat even was her idea. So with that, cool. She wants to stand by her husband. She feels like he's worth it. She has that right. Now, as far as what he said, I understand and I completely applaud him taking accountability because too many times.
No more.
Stop. I can't take no more.
Derrick is painful.
Stop.
His middle name should be Brazen.
Yeah.
Derrick Brazen Jaxn.
Yeah.
He's brave. He's a very brave man.
What?
Like Derrick Audacity Brazen Jaxn.
Wow.
How can you come back from this?
Wow.
You can't. That's the point.
Is Derrick done?
Okay. Let's hear what Aishina's got to say.
Go on.
And then we'll hand it over to Stacey.
You heard me scream, right?
Right. Well, what triggered you?
This is the first time I can't speak.
Do you think he's a prick?
He's actually shocked you, isn't he?
How can't you leave the audacity?
Yeah. The audacity.
Yes.
Yeah. Audacity
you
was
killed
a
him,
man.
Oh my God, I'd have hung him. I'd have rubbed him out.
Yeah. When you first saw that, what were you?
Can we have a reaction for it?
We need a pyro.
She's still processing it, fam.
Is that the first time
Let me process.
Yeah, we'll be back.
You've not heard the rest of it.
Yeah, we know.
I can't.
Derrick is full of himself. After watching that video and going back and watching all the other videos of Derrick, you just think, fam, you really brought your wife out here to do a video to retract the situation of what you've done, to do damage control. And I've never seen so much damage done on a damage control video.
And he's proud of himself.
And the fact that he did a reaction video to himself, speaking about himself in third person. The man's not right in the head.
This is the arrogance.
He's arrogant as hell.
You can fix something like this by using that method. Any normal person will.
You'd never do that.
The feeling you'd have. First of all, you'd want to protect your partner.
Firstly.
Yeah? Okay, you've already done enough damage. So you
and then you have the nerve to post on Instagram, slander me, not her. And I think
we wouldn't have been slandering her. We didn't know who she was. Well, I didn't know who she was. You did that.
He could have literally gone on there by himself, being the man.
Yeah. I said, I'm sorry.
And said, I mean,
fucked up, basically. Yeah.
Like what a normal man would do.
What? Yeah. Men mess up, right? Yeah. No man is perfect. But this is the first time that I've seen, and this is not sort of, I don't want to do a Derrick Jaxn on Derrick Jaxn.
You don't want to throw him under the bus?
No, but you wouldn't do what he did.
I wouldn't do what he did. Yeah. It's like,
Nobody
dude.
would,
Nobody. You've never posted your wife. Like, you've never really, all right, yeah, you take her to your shows and everything, but you've literally kind of kept her away from the public eye. And then now that you've messed up,
trying to save your book, man. Remember his book come out in February? Remember that?
He's made it worse. What was it about his book?
People are burning his book, them sales are going, then their sales are going.
Do you know what I've just thought? Well, it's just dawned on me.
No.
You know how you said Derrick, not Derrick, what's her name? What's the wife called?
Denial.
Denial.
Do you know the fact that you said that she's seen sex videos of Derrick and studied these? She's got a degree in Derrick shagging other women.
Yeah. Some of them were her friends, their own friends.
Listen. The fact that he's doing this reaction video, Derrick has no respect for that woman.
No.
She does not.
Yes.
The fact that
that's really
she's seen everything. There's nothing more that the public can bring
exactly.
There's nothing else that can shock her now. So him doing this reaction video is like, what? This nigga, look at him. She's probably in her bonnet now looking out the window thinking, this nigga, you're out there talking about me again.
Yeah.
Knowing full well that I literally don't care about myself anymore. You've made me this way. So do you, nigga, do you. That's basically what she... It's painful. It's painful.
Nigga, who? If we can do this...
Who's living with him?
Can you imagine what it would like?
I wish Derrick would.
Yeah, I bet he's destroyed her.
Yeah, Derrick's done the most.
He's destroyed her and he's done it and he knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that smug smile on his face when he's talking, I'd love to kick him up. I swear down.
Remember you loved him though. Not too long ago.
I didn't love him. I loved how he looked.
All right, can you give us some more on these?
We don't listen to the rest. That thing is, it's so painful.
No, we can listen to it a little bit more.
Story about how they was raised and, they broke at home and the goldfish died and they never seen a marriage and all that. He didn't do that. He just took accountability. Regardless, whether you like him, love him, or hate him, I think this is a great example as to why we don't need to be putting anybody on the pedestal. Nobody. And I think a lot of women did that. And I'm not even going to say it's the women's fault by themselves because this dude, he never really showed his struggle. We understand, we're all humans and we all make mistakes, but he never showed those mistakes. Not for real. I think he wrote about it or something like that. But he never showed that side. So it's not really all on the women. But I've seen a lot of women put this dude on the pedestal to the point of idealizing him and even comparing their man to him.
So this is like cheatception. He's basically admitting to the cheating in the video and then explaining himself by himself, talking about himself as if he's not himself. He's separated himself from me.
Just
Karen.
That's another guy talking about him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm guessing you can't get the normal video's been taken down. So
there's some more. He plays some more.
I'll fast forward. Yeah, carry on.
What a wanker.
I know some people will see this type of video, even though he's come forward and he's been completely honest. Some people are just going to close the book on D. Some people are going to close the book on this dude and say, you know what? I'm done with you. Cancel culture, come here. I'm more so on the side of his wife and just basically letting this be a new chapter of how I see him, because I do believe that his content over the years has helped a tremendous amount of people. He tells the truth. He speaks facts. And quite honestly, let me be real with y'all, I've needed several new chapters in my own life. Lord knows. And I'm not ashamed to say it. But I'm no guru. Those are just my thoughts. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. And by the way, he has a book detailing how he and his wife overcame all of this in their private lives a long time ago, matter of fact. It's called Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other. So if you're in a situation like this, you want to let God in to totally restore it better than new, click the link down in the bio or up in the bio in the caption. I got a 50% off deal for you guys who are watching this video right now.
50%.
Yo, money out of this.
You know why he's saying 50%? Because he knows that nobody will.
Might as well just give it away.
It's like it's monetizing trauma.
Her trauma.
Yeah, and
he's been using his wife to create content.
Doesn't work. It doesn't work once it's out there. So this is not a scenario where Beyonce can sell her album off the back of Jay-Z cheating on her, or Jay-Z can release 444 and people buy it up and want to hear the backstory. This is something completely different. You are meant to be a relationship guru. You are meant to be the guy that's upholding these standards that you keep setting on other males, and you're out here just telling barefaced lies.
And then you gaslight women and tell them, wow. I mean, in all fairness, it does make a good point. Like, y'all should know. Because women have a tendency to put these online relationship experts, these online couples, like these celebrity couples, on a pedestal.
He put himself up there, right? But this is what's getting me now. So he thinks that this is his calling from God.
Yeah, apparently.
All they spoke about was God.
But he never spoke about God before.
Oh, he was. You just couldn't hear him.
He's looking at the wrong things, actually.
He was silent. Derrick Jaxn.
All right. The biggest issue for me is going back to the beginning and the whole advice thing, and the reason why it irks me so much is that if Steve Harvey comes out and he says, you know what, ladies, you should expect more for yourself. You should this, that, and third, and blah, 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 blah. I feel like it's coming from a relatively genuine place. I feel that, you know, he's admitted to the mistakes he's already made in his previous life. And it doesn't really come down as condescending or arrogant in any way, shape, or form. And it doesn't feel, obviously, he's still selling a dream to a degree, but the level of narcissism isn't really there. I don't feel like he's frauding anybody. He's just using the rules and just telling you what. Whereas this guy is fraudulent as fuck. And that is why, as a man, if you can't bring this to me, I'm like, yo, this guy, he's probably worse than me. What do you mean? And obviously a lot of guys could see that from the instant, and that's why they're happy. Yeah.
I think guys were almost just waiting on standby. Like, just wait. Just wait.
Give it time.
Just wait.
Because that train's never late.
Okay. I mean,
because you're talking about he's our age. You know why he's probably taking down the videos? I saw another video. Oh, what was the one that Charlamagne did? I mean, he's basically saying, bro, you need to calm down. You need to stop trying to damage control.
Just be quiet.
And the three girls that will come out will end up being 30.
Yeah,
I would say that there is some more tea.
It's going to be a Me Too movement.
Oh,
Me Too, Derrick.
There'll be a bag of women.
Yeah, but apparently there's some more tea. There's some more tea.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're waiting on what this is.
I am convinced.
Just check the shade room and make sure that there's nothing.
Yeah, I think he's got a baby.
A baby, not pregnant, a baby.
What else could it be?
I mean,
you can't be, oh yeah, he digged me down. Well, we know.
Well. The comment section was making suggestions, and some people were suggesting that there might be a man involved.
Hey, come off.
Hey, you can't be a
That wouldn't surprise me.
That'll mix with that.
That'd be hilarious.
So your man's got a man, fam.
It wouldn't surprise me, especially in America.
Yes.
I'm not even commenting on that.
Atlanta as well, I think, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then I was thinking,
could you imagine?
It's either a man or someone.
Yeah, it's got to be one or the other.
I think he's got a kid.
You might have a kid.
What?
Is that Draking out scenario? Yeah, I've not hid
money.
I've not hid the kid from my world, in the world from my kid.
Whatever it is, the wife probably knows.
I definitely think the wife knows.
Died down a bit, didn't he? You know, like nobody. There wasn't as many views on his.
I wouldn't know.
His videos. We're getting boring, and then now.
So I thought about that, but then I thought this won't, like, it'll help maybe your YouTube views for a hot minute, but it's not going to help you overall. Derrick's done in these streets.
He's done out here.
I don't really see it.
I think another thing that I kind of noticed was, and I hate to say this, but this kind of showed how sometimes Christianity can be used against people, because the way that she's
fully immersed,
in this whole Christian,
washed in the blood of Christ.
Oh, this, give us that.
This is a spiritual warfare. And if you are not prepared and you do not know what to do, you will drown and you will be a casualty in this war. I did not come here to play games and to play dress up. I came here in my battle suit. I came here on the battleground covered in the blood of Jesus. I received the anointing of the Lord. and I spill the blood of the enemy. You see a bonnet, I see the helmet of salvation. You see an army green shirt, I see the breastplate of righteousness. I see the belt of truth, the sandals of peace, the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, and the shield of faith. And I've come to the battleground, covered in the blood of Jesus, to proclaim victory over sin. And as God does for me, he is going to do for those of you who believe. This is a spiritual. Let those who have an ear, let them hear.
Love this stuff.
This guy reminds me of, is it Ted Bundy, the guy that convinced the women to, is it Ted Bundy?
No, the other Charles Manson?
Charles.
To kill the...
Which one are you talking about?
Yeah, which one?
Ted or Charles?
The guy that made the women kill all these people and...
I don't know which one it was.
It must be Charles. Charles had an army.
He's literally a master manipulator. The guy that did the Guyana tragedy.
Oh, you're talking about Jim Jones.
Can somebody do an extraction mission and please collect his wife from the house?
She needs to be saved.
Yeah, because there are a lot of... No, like people might have been saying that as a joke.
No, I'm serious.
There are a lot of telltale signs for...
She's abused. She's an abused woman. Mentally, I don't know about physically.
I think the God thing, because she's deep in it. I think that's her coping mechanism.
Yeah,
I think that is the only way.
And he plays on that, and I think he plays on that. He manipulates that so much.
So he jumps on the church train when she's going through stuff. That he's put her through.
The devil.
This guy.
Satan got into me that day. I don't know what. Please.
But
that's how she's into
that's how she can
people and he paid for the girl to come over to wherever.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Bro, this ain't even you got drunk and rare. Everything was premeditated. You had time to think about it. You knew what you were doing.
They probably have like a pastor that they go to that counsels them. And no, I can't.
Okay, so let's just hear a final word from the ladies. How do you feel about Derrick?
He can burn in hell.
I love that shit. You know.
I'm just pleased that his bullshit's come to light, and I hope other women see it as well as bullshit and not like, oh, leave him. He'll. It's not as bad as it seems. No. I hope people think, come on.
Yeah.
I hope people go back and look at his video now with new eyes.
Say something to Derrick. What would you say?
Suck a dick.
I'm gonna have a swear jar because I'm not the women that swear tonight.
No, what Derrick needs to do is give up every piece of money that he's made.
You want your money back for your car?
I want money back for my car and for the shipment that I had to pay. I had to pay for it twice, basically.
Yeah, you helped pay for him to ship her out.
Yeah.
Where did you find that money from? You facilitated that.
I sponsored that shit. You get me? I'm upset. I want my money back. Everybody wants the money back. We all want an apology. We want you to give up everything and give it to charity.
I think Stacey's more upset.
If you really want to give your life to God.
And go eat out of the bins,
No.
Stacey's more disappointed in what's happening.
I'd burn his book now, to be fair. Now,
yeah,
because of what you two have said and like.
I'm listening.
I just.
Stacey is gonna hold a little
live.
No, honestly, I'd burn the book now.
I'm gonna read some extracts.
Actually bought his book.
No, I didn't actually buy his book, but I would burn the book. I was like, I didn't understand why these women were burning books. I'm thinking you may need the book, but no, I couldn't.
So
I couldn't take his advice now.
Their hope has kind of just.
Right, the next man will soon come in and say, "Hey, babes, don't worry about it. I can't believe that Derrick guy did that to you."
You know, they need to go to Kevin.
Yeah, I tell you the truth all the time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Kevin's done out there.
Man trick woman, trick man. It's alright.
Alright, so fuck that.
Yeah.